What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to Stuck in the Catch Fence. This is the post-race edition, as we just got done with Ryan Blaney capturing the lead. So we'll talk about that and a little bit more next here on Stuck in the Catch Fence. Welcome back. Hopefully, you guys are having a nice Sunday. It's weird talking to you guys before like 8 or 9 p.m. because we had rain at Pocono, but we didn't have a rain that affected Pocono. So, again, just got done with the race. Overall, pretty rough. Not a lot of passing outside for restarts. The strategy was altered a lot by when the cautions came out. So we saw strategy in the first stage. Didn't really see a lot of strategy in the last couple stages due to wrecks. We had Michael McDowell got into the wall. Todd Gilliland got into the wall. When Michael McDowell got into the wall, it was his teammate, or excuse me, whenever Michael McDowell got into the wall, it was the two rookies, John Hunter Nemechek and also Zane Smith, who wrecked out of it. Todd Gilliland looked like something broke on his car. He ends up going into the wall, brings out a caution. The horrific year for Kyle Busch continues, as for some unknown reason, no talent driver Corey LaJoie decided to just punt him going into turn one. They made a little bit of contact. Kyle backs off of him. It's not like he rode him like Kyle Larson did, say at WWT or anything like that. Didn't look like anything malicious. And Corey LaJoie, to the approval of his crew chief, decided to go in there, hit Kyle Busch, and wipe out about 7 other cars. So I have no idea what that was stemming from. But the strategy was off from that standpoint. Everybody could make it, even if there was overtimes, which there wasn't going to be. Cars couldn't get close enough. It just wasn't a great race to really be excited about. A lot of the races that we have nowadays really need multiple grooves. You're not going to get that outside of turn 3. They need an opportunity to slow down the shifting. Every track we go to that shifts usually is terrible, and no off throttle time, and more importantly, no tire wear. We go to Pocono and we go to a track to where cars can just run the same amount of laps, and it's purely on the fuel run and has nothing to do with tires. So your top 12, which will pop up on the screen here. Ryan Blaney again wins the race. Denny Hamlin continues his dominate run at Pocono. All-time leading winner at Pocono gets another top 5. Congratulations to Alex Bowman. He had a lot of people. He said he was going to put that win out for his haters. He came in, was running second, ended up getting passed by Denny Hamlin there in the last 6 laps, but continues with a top 5. William Byron, finally a decent run for him. Joey Logano got 10th. Tyler Reddick, he looked like he was going to be pretty quick, but not quick enough. Brad Keselowski turned around a bad run last year, Pocono, to a decent run this year. Martin Truex Jr. I thought was maybe the best car at one point. That didn't sustain. Bubba Wallace, good points day. Started 29th, gets up into 10th. That's really big for him because he's now about 23 or 24 points off the cut, and then it finishes off with Chris Buescher and Christopher Bell. You see it right there. Not a lot, to really give anything that's special for. Ty Gibbs won the pole. He ended up blowing a motor. I think the biggest thing to me watching this race and watching yesterday is just so much difference when it comes to the Xfinity car versus the Cup car. It seems like the Xfinity car can just put on a freaking banger week after week after week, just like Seamus says, banger after banger. And yesterday, watching the Xfinity race, I'm like, man, this is such good racing. They're driving multiple grooves, they're not getting away from each other. They're consistently battling nonstop. I mean, they're drafting up and down each straightaway. And it was one of those things like you just can't keep your eyes away from it. Then we get to the highest series, and again, you just kind of know some of these tracks, unless strategy is involved, it's going to be a dud. And because Pocono didn't have strategy behind it, it was a dud. I'm a Pocono fan. I got up there. There's a Pocono, plaque that I've been, and it was fun. There was different things going on, but when there's no tire wear, then this racing sucks with this car if it doesn't have multiple grooves. It's just not the NASCAR that we're used to. And in this car, it can put on some really good races. I've been to plenty of those, but when it puts on a dud, by God, it puts on a dud. And I feel like if the Xfinity series was a dud as well, we wouldn't worry too much more about it. But when you watch the Xfinity series just freaking be awesome. I mean, even William Byron, who scored 4th today, got a top 3, he still wasn't good enough yesterday. He had a decent car, but he just still wasn't good enough compared to Justin Allgaier and Cole Custer yesterday. And that's what made it exciting. Once Ryan Blaney got the lead on the restart, you knew it was over. You knew it was over. And that's frustrating, but that's what you get. Unlike a box of chocolates, we pretty much know what we're going to get with this car now at this stage. And we got a little bit of a wild card coming into Indy next week. The pessimistic side of me goes, never seen Indy be more than a 1-groove track. If it is a groove, it's a groove and a half. So, yeah. Want to give a shout out to Travis. He ended up running last night, got a little bit of a fender bender, kind of ruined his night after that. But showed some speed. He was he was the fastest in his heat, and then was the 3rd fastest after all the after all the street stocks. So that was fun. Or pure stocks, street stocks, pure stocks. I know dirt community go mad at me, but give a shout out to him. He's going to get back better, and it was good to see that the engine had some speed in it. So continued success for him. I will be out of town a lot in the next 2 weeks. Not this coming week. I'll be out this coming week, but the week following that then goes on the Olympic break. So our scheduling is going to be a little bit different. We'll have a little bit different videos. I'm not sure what all content we'll have this week. Might lean heavily on some, live streams and things of that nature, but still be there for us. We appreciate it. As you can tell, my voice hit the 6-minute mark and it said it's done. So that's going to wrap it up. Ryan Blaney gets another win, the defending champ, place where he got his first win, gets another win this year. So congratulations to him. Thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Stuck in the Catch Fence. Pray for our President Trump as he fully recovers, and stay safe and God bless.